Red Cross is a humanitarian organization that's really led by volunteers. We're there during those times of crisis to make sure that people have the help that they need. Red Cross actually has a network of chapters that it can draw upon personnel, particularly volunteers, that are willing at a moment's notice to travel anywhere to respond to an event. I think it's important to remember that the Red Cross responds annually to over 75,000 disasters across the United States. Everything from wildfires to tornadoes to floods to storm damage to a range of different kinds of events where people needed the Red Cross's help. It was a devastating tornado that hit North Minneapolis, and unfortunately 2 people were killed, and we also had thousands of families or thousands of individuals that were affected by this event. So in our case, the first thing that we were doing was helping to provide shelter for people that were affected by the disaster, and that's making sure they have a place to sleep. We're providing food, cots, blankets, the basic essentials that a family needs to be in a safe setting so they can begin the work of recovery for themselves. And it's important to note that 350 people worked on the operation. 95% of them were volunteers that actually did the work of the Red Cross. And some of those same volunteers went from here then on to Minot.
Leave the light on. I'll be coming home soon.
It was much more water coming.
I'm afraid that my soul's gone, I'm ambushed.
One of the dikes breached right on the end of our street. There's houses that are completely moved off their foundations.
Some lost everything. Not everyone had the opportunity to get everything out of their homes.
And I know I've been running.
It's devastating.
And I know you're tired.
About 1/4 of the community was impacted, so about 4,200 homes, roughly.
Well, the Red Cross has been extremely helpful, and is anything that somebody needs, they were there for us.
Once the water receded, they were here right now. Driving up and down the streets, feeding you.
It's comforting to people to know that they can go to a place to rest their head and have a meal.
They had a place to set up where you could go and get the stuff you're gonna need to clean up your house. Just a smiling face. They were just there when you needed them.
It's really been appreciated by the folks here. They see the good work that's done by the Red Cross and its volunteers, and it really hits home.
Well, all I can say is, it can always happen to you.
Thank goodness for agencies like that. I've always been a believer of United Way and the agencies that it supports.
And now, seeing the good of what it brings to a community with the outreach that they're giving everybody, and I think my money's well spent.
The Red Cross and our volunteers are very appreciative of those donated dollars because, again, literally, it helps save the day for all these folks here in Minot and for any other disaster that happens.
On the ground, we have a volunteer that's there providing support to a disaster-stricken family. But standing right by that volunteer every single day is a donor. Supporting your local United Way makes a huge difference in the community, not just for the Red Cross, but for hundreds of other organizations that do terrific work every single day.
Oh, yes, I'll leave the light on. Though such a long time to feel alone, yes, I'll leave the light on for you. I'm coming.